When everything started coming up about Diddy, one of the only people who supported him was Stevie J.
My man would never break the law. We don't do that. We're law-abiding citizens. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is another crucifixion of a black legend.
Sources have revealed that Eve has been spilling about what happened, and it's not looking good. Allegedly, he was also behaving the way he was behaving because he knows that the things he did to Eve would also be revealed, and that includes allegedly selling her to Diddy. Not so long ago, she released her memoir, Who's That Girl, where she talked about many of the things that happened throughout her music career and after, and her relationship with someone like Stevie J. Eve started dating Stevie J sometime in the 90s, and while they were together, they were one of the hottest celebrity couples. Of course, from the outside, it looked like they were a power couple, but we also know that Eve went through it when she was with Stevie J.
At that time, I was also in a relationship that was very toxic, that was not working.
Can you guys wave the camera here? It's a deal, camera.
It wasn't good because here is this person I thought was the love of my life was just so unsupportive.
She was only 19 years old when she met and began to date Stevie J. And things went so great and Eve fell in love so hard that she made one of her biggest hits to date, Got a Man, to tell the world how in love she had fallen. Eve even credited Stevie J as her first love, but it didn't take too long before she learned that the producer was cheating on her with several women, one of them possibly being Mimi Faust. It was also rumored that Stevie J's love of unprotected intercourse caused him to burn many women, not only emotionally, but physically. And these are some of the reasons many think Eve finally left, besides just learning of other women. Y'all know that the other drama Stevie J and Eve had when they were together was that they made a tape. And unfortunately for Eve, the tape got in the wrong hands, and Eve was blackmailed by an unknown person for a large amount of money. And while many have said for years that the tape was given to the blackmailer by Stevie J, Eve said in her version of Behind the Music that it had actually been a former girlfriend who sold the tape. However, people have always suspected that it was Stevie J who actually leaked the tape.
You know what else she was original?
What?
Original tape.
I mean,
Why you even bring that up?
You was one of the first.
I ain't put that shit out myself.
I know, nobody put out their
Yes,
sex
they
tape
did.
themselves.
They all the rest of them did. All
So the rest of them have
did.
film crew.
I don't
Crazy
know.
ass Stevie J. Stevie J.
Why y'all just starting? I don't know. I don't know.
Then, other than allegedly releasing the tape, several sources have claimed that when they were together, Stevie J sold Eve to Diddy. Stevie J was mentioned in Diddy's lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, where he said that Diddy directed Stevie J and his son Justin Combs to recruit the ladies for his parties. Something else that's interesting about this entire Eve, Stevie J, Diddy shenanigan is that Eve also had an unpleasant run-in with Jay-Z. So in her book, Eve recalled a phone call from Jay-Z where he tried to temper her expectations when it came to her debut album. She said that Jay straight up told her that female rappers don't really do that well on the day her 99 project arrived. She also talked about a label exec who even went so far as to tell her that she should give up and get pregnant. And naturally, since she talked about the phone call with Jay-Z, people assumed that Jay was one of the people who continually disrespected her. However, when she appeared on The Breakfast Club, Eve said that when Jay-Z called her to tell her that female artists don't make it, he didn't have bad intentions.
Another good part in the book is unbeknownst to Jay-Z, he put a battery in your back.
Yeah.
Early.
Yes. Yes. It's funny because that was one of those things that we were like, do we put this in there? Because I know how people get, but it's nothing bad about that. You know, it's one of those things where it was a very amazing phone call that I needed. That was one of those, I always felt like I was the underdog anyway. And he wasn't saying it out of malice or mean. That wasn't about that. It was facts. Really.
It felt like he was trying to temper your expectations.
Yes, exactly. But I was like, okay, let me see. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Just like Diddy and Stevie J, people also said that Jay-Z was one of the people who disrespected Ebro. She also said that she was happy Ebro brought up the topic and gave her an opportunity to clarify things once more, as she believes her words were purposefully misconstrued for clickbait, adding, Jay has always been the biggest supporter of who he supports. It was nothing like that. Do you believe that Eve was actually sold to Diddy by Stevie J? Is this what she's been trying to tell us when she says her relationship with Stevie J was toxic? Sound off in the comment section below.